goes right, because the cancer cell will take part of it.
There you go.
It's pretty interesting. But hot dogs are also known to kill people just outright. They just like run down the street and beat people to death. I believe that hot dogs are choke people to death. Man.
I'm sure people have choked on hot dogs.
I'm not just talking choking on a hot dog. I'm thinking it's talking wraps around your neck and chokes you. There are killer hot dogs out there.
Especially in the when they're still in the chain, they're not separated yet. They just wrap right around your neck.
Well, that's when they're just like, when they have a hive mind.
Hot dog high.
Sausage links going down the street, we eyes, sausage just spinning around, people just tearing them to pieces. And then the sausage links get longer. It's made from the people they kill.
Oh my, it's grim.
Reap what you sow. I just have to go full fingers. It's.
Oh, totally.
I mean.
That point. Because he wants you around.
Yeah, because I love you.
Master.
I love you, so I want to kill your hot dog love. That relationship has not been good for you. I'm not saying you didn't have good times. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the good times you had. I'm saying it's time to move on. There's way sexier meat out there that you haven't even tried yet.
Ooh.
Right? Sometimes it's not easy to break up with food.
No.
I mean, it wasn't easy with meat and cheese, but I just went cold turkey for a while. Just had to stop seeing her. And now when I do see her, it's like, hi, how you doing? How are you? Good, good. There's no trouble, between us. It's just a little, hey, how are you? Like tonight in the ricotta and just a little.
Casings.
Yeah, it's part of the culture, yeah. That's, hey. What do you think it was like for me changing all the food I eat? It was like everybody, it reminded me, I had practice. I quit drinking alcohol around a bunch of alcoholics when I was 19 years old. So I had practice. But I know what it's like to have something ingrained in the culture in every single part of the culture.
Yeah.
And then be like on the outside of that. Gives you strength. And it allows you to have free will to make good choices down the road when others are all being foolish. Is it alienating and lonely? Yeah. But you'll find an Aurora that sees you, hopefully. If you can find one person that sees you, you're golden.
Yeah. And see yourself. Love yourself.
Be your own witness. That's what I did before.
Yeah.
I was my own witness. It was funny, I was never good at remembering people's names. And I went to that event where I met you, and I was with some people that are like, real sheepish, and I thought, you know what, I want to do this, I want to run, I'm going to try to be the king of dare, or there's some event. It was just a role-playing thing. I'm going to try, and they're like, well, you need an army for that. And I'm like, well, I'll raise an army. You can't raise an army, you can't just show up and, it's like, well, what if I go to everybody's camp and just ask them? Right? I mean, why not? And I decided I'm going to be the person who remembers people's names. So I just used the techniques I'd learned that people use to remember people's names, like saying it 3 times and associating with something, silly in my head, to create an image. And I did that, and I went around from camp to camp, and by the end of the week, I had an army of 300 that got our asses kicked. And when somebody's like, yeah, but you don't remember all that, and I rattle off like 23 people's names just standing there. So this person was questioning me. I'm like, oh, there's. And I'm remembering